Hello, good evening. Okay, while others are joining in, if you could introduce yourself, your name, if you're working somewhere, where are you working, and your total experience, and why do you want to learn Excel? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, my name is Priyansh Gautam, and I belong to Madhya Pradesh, Jabalpur. And recently, I have completed my B.Tech
Mm-hmm.
in computer science. Uh, 4 months back, I came here in Hyderabad, and here I worked in one of the company, Metrics Lab. So there I worked. There I was an intern, and I worked for 2 months, where I worked on specifically on Excel. So that's about me, and I would like to extend my career in to data analyst field.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
My name is Jonas. I'm from AP. My computer generation 2023,
Okay.
BSc Electronics.
Okay.
I don't have interest in coding,
Mm-hmm.
and data analyst also a good course. That's why I choose this course.
Okay. Thank you. Online participants.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hi, this is Sridevi. I am belong to civil category. I want to shift to IT. So I want to start learn Excel.
Okay. Thank you. Others, please. Other online participants.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ali here. I'm having 5 years of experience into US Bureau Services. Currently, I'm not uh, working. I'm searching for a job, and I would like to learn this course because this course is very, very important in every organization. Excel is very plays a very important role to make your work easier. And I would like to become Excel Pro as well as to learn this data analyst.
Thank you. Who else is there?
Well,
Online participants.
if anybody knows any finance and accounts, any openings, please do let me know in your company. I'm searching for a job. Thank you.
Anyways, in our groups also we post the job openings and all.
Yeah, I applied.
Okay, yeah. Others, if you could introduce yourself, just now, a few of you have joined, it seems, your name, where are you working, and what kind of experience you have, and why do you want to learn Excel, this analytics course? Someone typed in the chat window, join this course for MIS. My name is Wasim Khan, okay, right? Okay, others, if you would like to introduce yourself. Manufacturing company, okay. Okay, Tata Project Limited, finance and accounts role. Okay. Uma and okay, searching for a job. Okay, so Tata Projects. Is it like in the Splendid Towers Tata project, Raghu Kishore? Raghu, sorry. The one is there in the Splendid Towers. Okay. All right. Because we used to deliver trainings there at Tata Projects. So, yes. Okay, fine then others searching for a job. Okay. Yeah, cool then. Okay, any other you'd like to introduce? Cool then. So yeah, so let me introduce myself also. I'm Kishore and it's been 16 plus years I'm into this reporting and analytics role. So I've been working with different teams and different domains. Even I've started my career in data entry operations. I was there in data entry for about 1.5 years, but later I got an opportunity to move to data analytics. Since then, I've been working with different analytical teams, business intelligence teams, process automation teams. I worked with different companies. I was with Quadratics, they are into AI and ML. I was with Deloitte into reporting analytics only. I was leading a team there. Prior to that, I was with UHG, United Health Group, as a process automation expert. I was with iSpace as a financial data analyst. Worked in different companies. I'm working as a consultant for different companies. I'm MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer. I'm MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional. I'm PL300 Power BI Data Analyst Associate Certified. I'm an Excel expert, Word expert, Access expert, PowerPoint, Outlook Certified. I got like a good number of certifications in different applications and different tools. I basically work with all these tools, like right from Excel, VBA macros, SQL, MS Access, Crystal Reports, SAP Business Objects Business Intelligence, Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, Power Automate, Power Apps. Worked with different domains, in the US healthcare, revenue cycle management, IT assets analytics, contact center analytics, financial data analysis, manufacturing. So different, roles I was into. Don't think I'm from a technical education background. After looking at these, tools and applications and languages, I'm also from non-technical education background. I'm currently, working as, I handle this company basically. So I basically design the different types of courses based on the the client's request, different data analytical courses. Earlier, I was working, right? So I knew exactly what is needed for the real time. So now I've started designing the courses and delivering the trainings. As I said, I was with Quadratics earlier. I was with Deloitte for about a good 6.5 years there, leading different data analytics projects. United Health Group, I was a process automation expert there, working with different automation languages. So I space as a senior analyst in financial data analysis. So this is my complete, profile. Okay. All right, so that's basically about me. And coming to this particular course, this is Analytics Power Pack course. A few of you would have chosen only Advanced Excel in this course. But after Advanced Excel in the same course, we'll proceed to SQL, Power BI, and we also help you in terms of the placement guidance and all. So this entire package is Analytics Power Pack. And let me just take you through the Analytics Power Pack. As I said, this is going to start with Excel because Excel is the base for any analytics, okay? So people talk about Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, and so many things, but I would say if you are really, if you really want to get into data analytics, Excel is the first tool that you need to learn. People talk about Python, but wait, Excel is the first tool in data analytics, right? You may want to write so many programs using Python, build so many models using different programming languages, but you need to be really good at Excel first. Then only you can understand the rest of the data analytics concepts, right? So many things are there. Excel also has programming capabilities, using VBA, Visual Basic for Applications, using which we can create the macros, right? But of course, macros is not covered in this training program, but we start with Excel, then we'll move to SQL for reporting and analytics. And then finally, we go to another tool, Power BI. These days, a lot of openings with good packages, in Power BI, they are available. And along with that, this particular Analytics Power Pack, this covers Microsoft certification as well, okay? So let me show you the Microsoft certification, how it looks. This is an online examination that you need to write. We'll help you out how to, prepare for the certification, right? The material will be given to you. The required project files will be shared with you to do the practice, right? So not only just the technical training, we also included this Microsoft certification because we simply train you on different subjects, but how good you are practicing and all, we may not be able to evaluate. But Microsoft certification is the one that gives you an official recognition for your skill, as it is offered directly by Microsoft. Once you clear the certification, you will have, of course, we suggest you to go for Microsoft Excel certification. Once you clear the certification, you will have a badge like this, which you can keep it on your resume, right? And a certification hard copy will be given to you as part of this Analytics Power Pack course. And once you place that badge on the resume, definitely, you feel something different between these two, right? The left-hand one and the right side one, where your focus is going on to, definitely the certified one. So you can, there is a difference, right? Someone asks you like, are you good with data analytics? You can say, yeah, I know analytics. And so you're good with Excel also, right? If the question comes like this, are you good with Excel? What is your answer? Yes, I'm good with Excel, right? What is my answer? I'm a Microsoft certified Excel expert. That makes it different, right? So certification, I'm not saying, because if you have a certification, you will get a job. No, not like that. But it will give you an additional, some kind of an advantage over others. That is the benefit of the certification, okay? So the certification is an online examination that you need to write, and the examination for 1,000 marks. Can you guess what is the cutoff score? 700, 70%. Okay, such a high standard, right? Absolutely no need to worry, as we provide enough guidance and material for you to crack the certification. Okay, and along with that, you also need to observe something like this. It is a lifelong valid certification. If you are today certified in Excel expert, after 10 years also you're a certified Excel expert. That's how it is. Usually all other technical certifications, they come with, a certain duration. After that, you will have to go for a renewal test. To go for a, you need to renew the certification, then only the certification is going to be active status. But otherwise, it will go to inactive status. But when it comes to this certification, there is no inactive status for this. It's lifelong valid. So why we included the certification as part of the Analytics Power Pack? Because one thing, we are training you on the technical stuff, plus the certification gives you that official recognition from Microsoft, so that you can, present your resume with all those best credentials so that the chances of getting a job is going to be more, right? What we are trying here is we are trying to make you ready for this competitive job market, right? As a first step, we all go to advanced Excel, okay? And advanced Excel, basics to advanced Excel, okay? We'll take you through all those different things in basics to advanced Excel, okay? Once we are good with that, then we'll talk about SQL. Why? Because if you learn Excel well, the next thing, you know, that comes into your mind, how to get the data from the different databases. Because once you join a company, in the companies where where the data is stored in the databases. That means you should learn how to interact with the database and extract the data. And once that is done, SQL is done, once you learn the skill of working with the data, extracting the data, the next one is how to visualize the data. That is Power BI, okay? So we have other tools also, Tableau, ClickSense and all, but we suggest Power BI because of the number of openings that are available these days. Because most of the companies are planning to migrate to Power BI because of XYZ reasons. So one thing is it is cost effectiveness, easy to deploy. Anyone can easily learn Power BI. So many advantages are there. So that's the reason Power BI is booming in the market, right? Time to start. And along with that, resume preparation sessions and job assistance. We'll post in our group where the jobs are available on this. And resume preparation sessions, we'll conduct a session for all of you, wherein we share a couple of sample resumes, how to be, ready for the data analytics roles and all. It's if you want to aim for data analyst position, one thing, you must be technically good, no doubt. But along with that, your resume also should look really good to, get the attention of the recruiter, should pick your resume and at least to make that call. So we'll help you out with that session, how you can actually prepare a best resume, right? So this course covers right from the basics of Excel till how to, prepare powerful dashboards using Power BI. I understand a few of you are here to learn only Excel, but I think your next step, once you learn Excel, should be SQL. Okay. So I'll take you through all these course contents and I'll explain you how it looks. So in Excel, we start from very basics of Excel. What is Excel? How it looks? Most of you know this, right? But anyways, we'll start from the basics because there are a few points that you need to learn in Excel also. Though they are very basics, okay, there are a few techniques, tips and tricks are there. We all should need to learn in Excel also, right? We started from the very fundamentals of Excel and then we'll move on to, how to get the data types, right? How to use the data to create the information out of it. And then how to summarize the data with the help of so many formulas. We discuss about a good 100 formulas here. And moreover, I'll tell you one thing. We spend some time on understanding the formula fundamentals. Once you understand the formula fundamentals, you don't need to memorize anything. Okay. If you want, if you want to do something in Excel, you just open Excel and you start typing the formula. Formula shows the syntax, right? We basically train you on how to read the syntax. We don't make people by heart the syntax. It doesn't make sense. Don't by heart any Excel formula. Learn logically, right? That's what we do here, right? And then we visualize the data with the help of different charts and all, right? We analyze the data with the help of slicers, so many things. Finally, we share the report, we protect the report and all. So basically, we start from basics of Excel till how to create a dashboard, right? If you see here, the last session, what we do is we create a dashboard using Excel with some raw data. We learn VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, index math, so many formulas are there. So we use all those different types of formulas and we come up with a dashboard like this. And this helps us understanding how our business is doing. Is our business doing okay, not okay? If something is not okay, where it is going wrong? The moment you see this particular chart, definitely your eyes will go somewhere. Which point you want to look at? March 2010, right? Excellent. So it looks like something is not okay there. So with the help of slicers, 2010 March, what happened? I see furniture is not doing good. Okay, why? What happened with furniture? Furniture is into losses. Okay, what went wrong with the furniture? Chairs and tables under the furniture category did not do well, right? Okay, what went wrong there with this, right? Most of the products we sold them in the furnitures and tables subcategory, all of them are in the negative side, nothing but we sold them for losses. Where we sold them in, for losses, most of the amount we lost from the North region. Who is the North region manager? Neil. Talk to Neil, understand, find out what went wrong. You see that, the drill down analysis. So, asking the right questions and building the dashboard with a logical flow. We train you on that. Anyone can easily talk about pivot table and chart, but how to make a logical flow out of a dashboard is what we train you on here. Okay, right. So along with that, we also talk about when it comes to the visualization. Most of the people have this question. I want to create charts. I want to create powerful dashboards, but I always struggle. Which type of chart do I need to use to present this data effectively? Right? A few charts, we use the lines. A few charts, we use the pie, donut. A few charts, we use the columns. A few charts, we use the bar charts. Right? When to go with what? Most of the people have this question. So we just take you through, this particular guide to help you out when you need to choose the right type of chart. So this I cover in Excel as well as Power BI. Power BI has got more powerful visuals than Excel. We'll talk about that, okay? So this entire material, whatever I'm showing on my screen, will come to you also, right? Along with this, the recording of this particular video will also come to you, right? This material will be uploaded to Google Drive. From there, you can download and you can practice whatever is, okay, discussed for that day. So as I said, we start with very basics of Excel, and then we'll move on to how to write the formulas, complex formulas in Excel. And then we'll move on to how to summarize with the help of pivot tables and all. Then we visualize the data with the help of dashboards. We analyze it, what's happening with the help of slicers and all. And finally, we share with our management. This is the flow, right? Once we are done with this Excel session, the ones who are registering for Power Analytics Power Pack course, this is applicable for you. We'll move on to SQL for Analytics. Okay, the name of the course itself, we made it like SQL for Reporting Analytics. There is a reason. We do not deal with the full SQL. There is no point handling the full SQL concepts. I'll tell you why. If you want to become a data analyst, okay, the data analyst needs to know more about how to perform the data extraction. We don't develop the databases. We do not manage the security of the database. We do not create the users in the database. No, that's not our job. For that, the DB administrators or server administrators, they are there. To create the databases, the database developers are there. To load the data into the database from multiple systems, the ETL developers are there. The extract, transform, load developers are there. So as a data analyst, what is our job? Extract the data, load the data into a reporting tool, create the visuals, create the dashboard, analyze the data. That is our role, right? So that is the reason we created a very custom course. You cannot find this kind of a course. You go any place, right? Yeah, they usually deal with the complete SQL. So when I knew that exactly, like as a data analyst, I'm not going to use the database development related queries or user management related queries. What is the point learning them? You may get a question, if I learn it, it is going to be useful for me, right? Okay, even if you think that way, it is going to be useful for you to manage the users or to develop the databases. Companies won't allow you to do that. Why? Because as a data analyst, your primary role is to extract the data, analyze the data. You are not there to develop the databases. Maybe if you have that idea, it is like an added advantage, but you are not going to perform in your real time. That is what you need to remember here. So that is the reason we created a customized course here, SQL for Reporting Analytics. And this focuses only on the data analyst roles and responsibilities, whatever to be performed by the analyst. Only those queries are covered here. So that once you join a company, you can easily start performing there. Okay. So in here also the course contents almost very much similar. Very much in line with only the data analyst roles and responsibilities. We start with a simple understanding of what is database, what is DBMS, RDBMS, what is SQL Server. In this training program, we work with Microsoft SQL Server. Okay. So there are Oracle servers, Teradata, DB2, MySQL servers. There are so many other types of servers, but here we work with Microsoft SQL Server. So how to install them? Of course, in the real time, you don't get any opportunity to install the server into your computer. but we'll train them. Like you just need to have a little idea about it, okay? How to install the client, how to connect, how to create the database. Of course, this is not our job, okay? And we start working with TSQL, Transact SQL, because Transact SQL is a variant from Microsoft, okay? So we'll talk in detail about what is SQL and all, the different types of commands. Though there are so many types of commands, we pay more attention on the DQL. Why? Can anyone answer this? Why DQL? Data querying language only? Why? Why data querying language only?
We give where conditions.
Okay, so basically this is to extract the data. All these commands, select command, where clauses, between, in, like, group by, distinct, aggregate functions, joins, set operators, all these things, they help us to extract the data and prepare a report, right? Usually, if anyone, probably you guys may be working on Excel, no doubt about it. We use like kind of few things, changing the colors and applying tables or borders, or maybe to some extent inserting the pivot tables and all. But you know what? You can actually get the data directly from a SQL Server database, right? And with the required conditions, you can also ask something like this. I want to get the data from a SQL Server database. I have a database in my system. EMP is the database. And I can write something like this, as SQL query directly, I can execute in Excel. Most of the Excel users, they don't even know that SQL queries can be triggered from Excel. Excel can work like a client application. I can load the data directly from SQL to Excel. That's it. I got the data. And now I can easily analyze this data with the help of a pivot table. Right now, I want to understand how each designation wise the total salary is paid. Right now, you see that each designation wise the total salary is paid. Right. And moreover, I no need to worry about losing the data. Why? Because this data is not typed inside Excel. It is directly coming, reading a connection, right? Via a connection, reading the data directly from a SQL server. If I click on refresh, that's it, I'll get the data. Because the data is, of course, physically it is available there, but from where it is coming directly from a SQL Server database. So these kind of techniques also you will learn how to read the data from the external sources and load the data into Excel. Not only Excel, you can load a similar kind of data into Power BI also. I'll talk about that. So overall, this particular SQL for reporting and analytics will help you to deal with different types of DQL commands and union, set operators, subqueries, views, and so many things. Right. And also we talk about different functions, okay, stored procedures and common table expressions. So many things are there. Okay, maybe at this point when you see this may be looking a little new and you may be thinking this is not my cup of tea. But understand one thing: if you want to become data analyst, SQL is again one of the very, very, very important skill. Without SQL, there are no data analyst roles. Okay, right. So once we are done with SQL, now you are good with the data fundamentals using Excel, and you know the database fundamentals using SQL. Then what is that you need to do? The data visualization. Where we will do that? We will do that data visualization in Power BI. Okay, so in Power BI, again, now we start from the basics of Power BI. What is Power BI, how it looks, right? And what is data, how you can get the data from the different sources, how to transform the data, how to model the data using relationships, so many things, data summarization, data categories, right? So many things are there. And then creating a date table, right, as part of the data modeling. And then we'll move on to the Power BI visualization. So this is a very, very interesting thing. Because usually in Excel, we see very traditional visuals like a line chart, column chart, pie chart, donut chart, tree map chart. But in Power BI, you see all those modern, colorful visuals with the interactive, feature. I'll show you what you can do with Power BI soon, okay? I'll just show you a couple of examples from each tool, right? And once we are done with the visualization, we perform the slicing and dicing with the help of slicers and filters, okay? I think you heard this word somewhere. Slicer. Excel. In Excel, it's there, right? Why we recommend people to learn Excel first? Because most of the things that you see in Excel with the very same terminology, it is there in Power BI also. Someone who is like a good Excel user can do that in Power BI easily, right? And then we talk about DAX. Anyone heard about this word DAX? DAX, data analysis expressions, and in which we have different types of DAX functions available. And let me tell you one more secret here. If someone is good with Excel formulas, they can easily write DAX formulas. Okay, so that is another advantage that we have. And finally, once the powerful reports are ready, what we need to do is we need to publish and share with your colleagues. Okay, so let's say your manager works from US location, and what you can do is directly you can create a report, you can publish it, and your manager can view it. That is advantage. Okay. So in Power BI also, right from the fundamentals of Power BI, of course, we talk about a lot of stuff, but as per the course contents, we wanted it to be little crisp, highlighting the main points there. But when we get into the subject, we talk about so many things in detail. Okay. This entire course, whatever you have seen so far, okay, it's about 3 months, 2.5 months to 3 month course. Okay. Excel, we spend about a good 1 month, okay, Monday to Friday, right? A good maybe 17 to 20 sessions you will get in Excel. And then SQL, a good 10 to 12 sessions you will get, okay, Monday to Friday. Power BI, again, a good 22 sessions you will get. Overall, this would take about 3 months time. In this, you will learn all the right from the fundamentals of each and every tool up to how to create Power BI dashboards and publish. Right? After this, after Excel course, actually, you can go for the Microsoft Excel certification. If you are registering for Power Pack course, Analytics Power Pack course. If you are aiming for the data analyst role, Analytics Power Pack is the right course. Okay, or MIS analyst, data analyst, reporting analyst, right? For all these things, these are the commonly expected skills. So the certification you can write right after Excel course, because the certification is for Excel. Okay. There is no certification for SQL at this point. Microsoft may come up with SQL certification also. Earlier, we used to have a DP800 certification for data extraction using SQL Server, but they have retired that examination. So as of now, there is no certification for SQL, but I'll let you know which certification you can go for free for in SQL. Okay, I'll let you know that. And then Power BI, yes, we have a certification there also, which is PL300 Power BI Data Analyst Associate Certification. For that, we are not providing any kind of a voucher or something. You need to buy it. If you are registering for Analytics Power Pack, Excel certification comes with the package. If you want to write it separately, also you can do it, which is of 6,000 rupees. But if you are registering for Microsoft, this Analytics Power Pack, which is already part of your package, right? You don't need to pay for it extra. But if you want to go for Power BI PL300 certification, again, you will have to pay for it. Somewhere around 6,000 rupees is the voucher fee is there. And on top of that, material and all you need to buy. Okay. So overall, training 2.5 months to 3 months for the entire Power Pack. But if you are registering only for Excel, it is about 1 month time. Okay. For everything, we have projects. Excel, we do a couple of projects. Gather the data, we follow the instructions in the PDF, and we come up with a dashboard, a couple of dashboards, right? Similarly, SQL, it is not like a project, but we give you tasks. Because, we don't develop the databases and all, right? So if it is like a project, even though you spend some time doing that project, it may not fetch you much. So that's the reason we give you only tasks. And coming to Power BI, again, we'll do a couple of projects. One is a sales analytics we do, COVID analytics we do, there is one more, scores analytics, different kind of things are there. So we do a couple of projects in Power BI also, right? By end of this Analytics Power Pack, what we are here trying to do is the student who goes through this training program should be able to crack data analyst roles. Okay. Usually MIS analyst roles and all, someone who is good with Excel, you get the role of MIS analyst. But if it is a data analyst role, definitely they ask for additional skills like SQL, Power BI and all. Okay. So tell me any questions so far in terms of the flow, in terms of the training, the duration and things like that I mentioned. Any questions there?
And is Python necessary while learning Excel SQL?
Python?
Is Python necessary?
Python, is it necessary? No, not at this point. I'll tell you why. There are a few companies, they are asking for Python also. If you have it, great, no doubt about it. But if you don't have it also, it's okay, because just now companies started asking for a combination of Excel and Python, Excel, SQL and Python. I'll tell you why. When I started my career as a data analyst, okay, I was working as a senior data analyst at that point. My job was only Excel, but my title was senior data analyst. Later, company expectations, you see how it is changing, how they are changing. Later, when I moved to a different team within the same company, they asked me to learn SQL also, because the same data analyst in their team should do Excel and SQL work. It's my early stages of my career. After moving to a different company, they asked me for, I was a reporting analyst, a senior analyst, senior reporting analyst. They asked me for VBA, automation roles. After I moved to a different company into reporting and analytics only, they asked me for ClickSense, which is like a Power BI tool. Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, all of them are competitors. Now, these days, if you look at the data analyst position, they are also asking for Python, because Python is again mostly used for the data cleanup and data presentation purpose, using the pandas or different libraries are there, right? NumPy for the calculations and all. So basically, the company expectations are going high. Why? Cost cutting. See, earlier I'll tell you, at the beginning of my career, whenever there was an SQL need to write a query and extract the data, we from the analytics team used to reach out to the IT team, place our request. This is the data we want because we want to analyze this data. And IT team used to spend a 1 day or 2 days time and extract the data, give it back to us. And then using that data, we used to create reports in Excel. That's my job. But after I learned SQL, what happened? I was only alone able to write all those SQL queries and get the data. Once I have the data, I can create my report. No need of depending on the IT team. You're getting the point. See, more skills one individual has, then the dependency on the other teams less, and I also can, run the show with 1 or 2 resources, right? With multi-skilled people, right? That's how it is currently, in the market, you see, right? So let me take you through the job opportunities also, how they are available, right? I don't need to search outside Hyderabad. I'll simply search, data analyst jobs in Hyderabad, okay? Let me just see. Usually any kind of a data analyst role, I'll just randomly select, okay? You see this strong SQL skills. SQL is always there. If you ask for data analyst, SQL is always there. And along with SQL, there may be other tools, maybe Tableau or, Power BI kind of things. Let me just data governance business analyst. Right. You mention it or you don't mention it, doesn't really matter. You see that? And Python are similar. Any one programming language. That's what I was telling you. Not every company asks, but it is there. I'm randomly opening. Okay, PwC, it's there. It's a data analyst role, right? Let's see the skills that are needed. You see? Yeah. Power BI or Tableau, they're like competitors. Either you can learn Power BI or Tableau. And you see that? Alteryx and Python. Right? You know this PwC, right? Hitachi. Let's see this as well. Title is data analyst, right? What are they asking? Right. Google Analytics, Python. Not every time everyone mentions this, but Excel is always there. The moment you call it is a data analyst role, people usually get, misled by different people. They say that Power BI developer role, right? And they go around and they see Power BI, Power BI, Power BI everywhere in Namibia, okay? And they directly join Power BI. And because the role itself is Power BI developer, right? Let me show you why they get actually confused. And let me take anything randomly, okay? Asking for what? Power BI developer. And when you go inside what? SQL proficiency. You see that? Learning directly Power BI and sitting on the visualization report doesn't fetch you much. Remember, if you are attending a Power BI interview, you will have to answer Excel questions, you will have to answer SQL questions also. Right? You can open randomly anything. I'm also just typing randomly whatever is coming at the top, I'm just randomly opening it, okay? So let's say Power BI role is there in PwC, right? PwC is one of the big fours. Yes, it's like Deloitte only. Developer is, the role is Power BI developer. Let's see the technical skills that he's looking for. Power BI is definitely there. What are he asking for? Primary skills. This must be there, right? See, these big companies, they don't randomly keep these skills, right? There is a lot of research before keeping those skills in their part of the job, requirements. So understand this. Directly learning a Power BI kind of a tool doesn't help you much. Needs to start with Excel, right? You can also try out. I randomly open a few things. Understand this point, right? So that is the reason this analytics power pack covers right from the basics of Excel, right? Of course, the journey may look little longer, almost like 2.5 months to 3 months. But the way we think, not only you, I also think like someone on the screen comes and says, probably you would have watched this. Hey, become a data expert or a data analyst in just 3 hours of workshop. Watched? Did you? If you are searching for any Excel content or Power BI content on YouTube, the very next video when you open, okay, would you like to become a data analyst? Join our 3 hours of workshop to become a master in data analytics. Whenever I see this ad, I smile and I think, inside, if someone can become a data analyst in 3 hours, what is that I've been doing from the last 16 years? I get that question. Obviously, right? If someone can easily become a data analyst in 3 hours, what is it I've been doing from the last 16 years? 3 hours data analyst workshop. This is what I always say to the different students. Show me one person who attended a 3 hours workshop and cracked an interview and become a data analyst. Show me one person. That's just next to impossible, right? See, all these things are like sales promotions. They sound really nice. And moreover, we are not ready to invest that much time. Like when I say, you need to invest 25 hours to learn Excel. You may be thinking in the mind, do I need to invest 25 hours? Can't it be done in 2 hours or 3 hours? If that can be done in 2 hours or 3 hours, I'll be more happier person than you. Because I can deal with, multiple batches every 2 hours. I can complete one batch and I can start off one more batch, right? You get my point, right? So the 2 hours or 3 hours can definitely help you to gain some knowledge. I'm not denying that fact, but not the full-fledged knowledge, right? So you may be learning 4 or 5 different pieces or formulas or the different data analytical features, but you don't even know how to join them when a real-time situation comes. Because that 3 hours, even we also run the workshops, but we don't promise saying that, okay, attend 3 hours workshop, you will become a master. No, we also run workshop, but we fairly say that you will gain some knowledge, definitely. Whatever you are today, you are at 10, you will become a 10.5. But I cannot promise you like a 10 will become directly 100. That is impossible, right? So understand that learning data analytics step by step will help you to retain that knowledge, implement that knowledge, right? And as we spend good amount of time, it will also give you some time to practice, right? So that it will stay forever in your mind. That is the whole idea, right? This batch runs in the evening time, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, right? Sometimes there may be a delay by 10-15 minutes. That will be well in advance updated in the group. You just follow the group updates because I go to sessions in high-tech city. These days, Hyderabad metro has become too busy, right?
So
Getting
I also live in Hyderabad.
yeah, I'm coming from Durgam Cheruvu location actually. So sometimes it happens that you should pray to the God, at least one space to stand, That's how it is while
Yeah.
going and coming, especially during the peak hours. Right. That's the reason that 5-10 minutes here and there, but you will get the notification well in advance in the group. Coming to the delivery, as it's running both online and offline. We are here offline students and online. There are a few students, both of us, and if any online participant asks the questions, you all can hear. But usually when the offline participants, they ask the questions, online participants, they cannot, hear that. So I usually do what is I repeat the question for the benefit of online participants. Okay. As soon as the session is over, if it is an evening batch, as the team leaves around 8:15, so our session also runs up to 8 o'clock usually. So the video will be made available in the next day morning, somewhere around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. You will get a notification that the video is ready and you can watch it. Okay. And videos will come with limited validity. They are not lifelong valid. Let me be clear with you about this. Right. So many students ask me, it's not new for me. It's been like we have been offering videos from like 2019 onwards. Okay. They always ask me like, why don't you give me a lifetime validity for these videos, right? And you may be thinking it is one of the business strategy, but there is a another thing. It's not the business strategy. Let me explain you that. 2019, sometime back, I bought one course on Udemy. Good, bad, ugly. The course title. It's basically for the data visualization. And as I'm coming from the same background, I need that course. That course was about 499 or something, 599 something. I bought it because they promised a lifetime validity. And they promised a couple of presentations using how to do it and all. I was like quite impressed, right? And I bought it. And it's been 5 years plus. I completed 15% of my course, which is 4 hours course. What is making me, and what made me stop continuing watching that 4 hours? Because whenever I open that course, I think it is lifetime valid, right? I can open next time, we still have time, you can do it later, right? But when the time came to me, one of my students asked me that, you are not providing the guide to the visualization. Then I felt, yeah, most of the people, they struggle. It's not that they're not good with the data. They create pivots, they create slices. But when it comes to the visualization, most of the people struggle. That is even for me personally also. Then instead of depending on the course, I've started doing my own research. That's when I came up with that guide, visualization guide. I created on my own. I did not watch that video yet, right? You see, the moment, you give the flexibility of something is available for your lifetime, right? That lifetime is not enough because in that lifetime, we can't complete that course. But when there is a stipulated time frame that this course will be ended, and if you would have mentioned that in the next month, your course will expire and you will have to pay it again, that's when I would have probably taken it very serious that I need to complete it. That's the reason we are keeping it. So a target without a timeline is not a target. Is never a target. It's as simple as that. So within the time frame, if you want to learn it. That's it. Right? Keeping something like a video for whole lifetime and I don't want to learn, the video is there. What is the point? The whole objective is for you to learn the course. Right? That is the reason we kept that. Right? Fine. So the videos will be made available for all of you next day. Materials will be uploaded into the Google Drive. From there, you can download. Whatever I'm showing on the screen, including each and every presentation, will come to you also. Usually what people do is that the trainer presentation is different and they don't share that presentation with others. It's okay if even if you want to share that material with someone and all, we are okay with that. So we want people to learn, practice, implement, and get the results, right? Great then. So almost a good 3 months of training program, starting from basics of Excel, and we'll move on to so many other things like advanced Excel and SQL, Power BI, certification guidance, resume preparation, and so many things together. Okay. Any questions so far?
Sir, when I was working as an intern in the company, so
Intern in a company, okay?
yeah. So I mean, I faced the huge difficulties in visualization, data visualization. I always think, I mean, suppose if there are two columns, and I always get confused at what chart should I use. Should I use bar chart, pie chart, column chart? Suppose if I want to compare, or if I want to see the trends. So I mean, I always got confused at what type of charts should I use. So I got major problem in data visualization.
Correct, yeah, and the data visualization, not only you, maybe if I go back like 12 or 13 years, even I was struggling with the same thing. I have a lot of data with me, and my boss asked me to, okay, quickly visualize this report, okay? I was like, I used to randomly select a few of the visuals, and again, I used to get a lot of questions, okay, what is that visualization trying to tell me? Until the developer who explains it, okay, this is what the visualization is trying to tell you, the client used to again, get confused. But after mastering the skill of data visualization, I came up with so many things, right? And that's when I created that guide also. So of course, it is taken from someone else as a reference, but along with that, we also did a few modifications there to make you feel comfortable with the colors and things like that. Okay. So yes, that's a common issue, and that will be addressed in this training program. In Excel, you will learn the visualization techniques. In Power BI, you will learn much more better visualization techniques because the tool itself is meant for visual analytics. Yeah. Okay. Online participants, do you have any questions? Okay, great then. So as today it's an orientation session, I would like to show you one simple thing, and then we'll end the session there. How many of you are here to learn basic Excel? Basic Excel. Anyone here to learn advanced Excel? Online participants, you can use the chat window, or you can use you can unmute yourself. Sorry?
Basic to advanced.
Basic and advanced, okay. Let's do this quick exercise, then you will understand the difference. By the way, do you know the difference between basic and advanced Excel?
Advanced VBA macros.
In advanced VBA macros will come, okay. What else? Someone wants to learn advanced, okay, cool.
VLOOKUP, commas.
Let's do one thing. I'll ask you a few feature names or function names. You tell me whether it is basic or advanced. Then based on that, we'll take a call. Okay. Opening Excel file, is it basic feature or advanced? Opening Excel file. Basic. Saving Excel file.
Basic.
Printing.
Yes.
Copy.
Basic.
Sum, formula, SUM.
Basic.
Average.
Yes.
Sum if.
Basic.
Sum if.
Yes, advanced.
Someone says it's basic and it's advanced. Okay. VLOOKUP.
Advanced.
Advanced. Everyone? Someone wants to say basic. Okay, that's fine. Index match. There is a formula that works better than VLOOKUP. It can do better things than VLOOKUP. What do you think? It runs faster than VLOOKUP, by the way. Index and match. Basic. Anyone wants to say it is advanced? Advanced, okay. VBA macros.
Advanced.
Advanced.
Pivot tables.
Yes.
Few people say it's basic, and few people say it's advanced. Okay. Conditional formatting.
Yes.
One said that basic, right? Anyone wants to say advanced? Conditional formatting? No, that's fine. Closing Excel file.
Yes.
Basic.
Basic.
Done. I think with this, you can easily understand what is basic, what is advanced, right? Sure. I think still it is a lot of confusion is there, right? Yeah, instead of actually clarifying the doubt of the differences between basic and advanced, I think it has led to much more confusion now. Which one is actually basic, which one is advanced? Do you understand the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two? Any idea?
So maybe in basic I mean we do not need to do much logic, but in advance we need to use logic.
Use logic.
We need to go in depth and
Okay, if you need to include a lot of logical things and all, then it makes it more complex. So that's why it is advanced and all. Okay, maybe, yeah. But I think there is a simple difference between basic and advanced. Once I reveal it, you will feel like, oh, yeah, right? So let's see. What is the difference between these two? The difference between these two is you. Now let's take a look at this. On the left-hand side, whatever you felt it is basic. You know it. You worked with it. Opening, closing, saving, sum. But the things that you wrote, I mean, you suggested that should be on the advanced. You don't know it exactly. Or you heard it, but you don't know how to use it. Right? Now, what is the difference between basic and advanced? If you know it, it is basic. If you don't know it, it is advanced. I usually give options here to the students, okay, when they attend the sessions. I'll give you 4 options. Option A, you want to learn basic Excel. Option B, you want to learn advanced Excel. Option C, you want to learn Excel. Option D, my favorite, none of the above. So what is that you want to learn here? Option C, right? Simply Excel. Do not draw a line between, this is basic and this is advanced. It's simple. If you know it, it is basic. If you don't know it, it is advanced. It's as simple as that. But my promise for this batch, by end of these Excel sessions, you will feel all these Excel features as basic. Why?
because I know.
You will get to know that feature, right? How it works, right? It's as simple as that. Okay, so with that, I want to wrap up the session for today because it's just like an orientation. I just wanted to let you know how this course runs, what all are covered, right? What you can expect out of this course. So I've covered all those points. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask me. Online participants, any questions? Okay, here we go. The number for you to reach out is this. Okay, this is Excelytics front office number. You can reach out to this number just in case if that is busy. You can reach out to this number also. Okay. So if you would like to continue from tomorrow, just reach out to them and show your interest so that they will complete the rest of the registration formalities, and you will have to get the access to the drive, access to the videos, right? You will be added to the permanent group of this particular training. I think most of you are there in the temp group. That group name in the WhatsApp starts with T, which is a temp group, right? And the registered participants will be moved to a different group, which is a permanent group, and the prefix starts with P. Okay, so that's how you can differentiate that. So have a word with the front office for this particular batch. And the batch number is B00641. Yeah, this is another very, very important thing that you need to remember. B00641. You no need to tell the timings also. Okay, B00641. If you can tell this number, that is the evening batch daily, Monday to Friday batch. Evening time, currently Excel is running in this batch. Okay. So that is our batch number.
So for the next month, the time is the same or the timing will be
No, it's going to be the same. 6:30 to 8 o'clock. But just in case if everyone is asking for a 7 to 8:30, I think a couple of students they requested for 7 to 8:30, but most of them at this point is able to manage with this 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So we'll proceed with this time. And moreover, so considering the winter time, during December, January, and almost mid of February. So, it gets dark too early. So we'll start around 6:30 to 8. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, nice interacting with you all, and I hope you learned something different and new today. Maybe that advanced Excel and basic Excel difference at least. Okay, I did not talk much about the technical stuff. Just wanted it to be more like an orientation session for today. I hope that this gave you some idea about how the course will run. Yeah, we'll give you the test papers, we'll make you practice, we'll conduct a few tests here, we'll share the test papers basically, right? It's every day, it's more or more or less like it's a learning every day. And in that groups also, you can initiate the discussion. If you are stuck somewhere, you can ask, post the screenshot and you can ask the questions. So trainers will be there, your other students will be there, you all can, work together and come up with solutions and all. So keep it more, productive, whatever these 3 months in terms of your learning, right? Learn new things, help others, by helping others, you will also learn so many new things, right? So we encourage learning that way, right? Okay, so thanks everyone for joining in today, coming over here, online and offline participants. We'll see you all tomorrow. I hope I gave all the information, and if you still require any information, please feel free to reach out to the front office. Any questions?
Sir, thank you.
Perfect. So thank you, and I'll see you all.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.